rescuers in Pakistan have told the BBC they're struggling to deal with the aftermath of huge floods in the province of Punjab.
More than 930 people have been killed since monsoon rains began in June. Our Pakistan correspondent, Azadeh Mashiri, reports from one of the worst affected areas in the city of Multan.
Once a village, now an island. In this area alone, dozens of them are submerged. We board a rescue boat with Mohammed Arif. He's heard his own village in Jalalpur Pirwala is flooded.
People have been stuck for the past 6 days. There's no food.
But there's so much water, he can't find it. He tries to gather information. But it's these minarets that guide him home. Once we arrive, many are desperate to leave. But there isn't enough space for everyone. Some choose to stay and protect their belongings. Others are forced to leave family behind, overwhelming them. Once taken to safety, people are starving. Give me, this young girl begs, desperate for a loaf of bread. Even a bottle of water is a prized commodity.
Now, this may look like a river next to me, but this whole area was full of rice and sugarcane fields. The United Nations has said that once the floods subside, they'll be able to assess the damage to people's livelihoods. But all of this is a reminder of what people are telling us, that even for those who've survived the floods this year, many of them will be starting all over again.
Pakistan is extremely vulnerable to climate change and sees annual floods. Millions live in areas destroyed again and again. Their poverty leaves them with no choice but to move back to the same villages. That's the reality of climate change. It hits the poorest the worst. Azadeh Mashiri, BBC News, Multan.
And we can speak to Azadeh live now from the city of Multan. Very good morning to you, Azadeh. I mean, the extraordinary images we just saw in your report, people having to cope with dreadful situations.
Absolutely, and it doesn't end after they're rescued. Right now, we're in the district of Multan in Sher Shah, and you'll see a lot of water next to me. That's actually a village that's been completely submerged, and that's why there are so many tents that have been set up behind me on the embankment there. We spoke to one family, 12 children. Part of that family are living together under one tent without a mattress. They tell us they've been there for days on end. In the evenings, they're freezing and they're huddled together. And I asked them, given the fact that these floods happen every year, that this village is likely to become submerged again next year and the year after that, will you move somewhere else? And they say, how can we? We just simply don't have enough means to move anywhere safer. And as far as the rescuers are concerned, even though officials are saying this is the largest rescue operation the province has seen during flood season, they are struggling to reach everyone given the scale of the disaster. They've also told us that they're making every effort to travel in groups of 3 to 4 boats now, given the fact that there have been multiple boats that have capsized with, in some instances, people drowning on board. And with heavy rains forecast in the days ahead, more mass evacuations are underway to try to protect as many people as they can, not only in Punjab, but also in the southern province of Sindh.
Azadeh, I mean, given those images we were just showing as you were talking there, those drone images from the sky show the scale of what's happened there. It's far too early, presumably, to talk about how and when those flood areas subside and you can get any sense of normality again.
Absolutely, and also what does normality mean? Because many people will be returning to those homes with their belongings swept away, in some instances stolen, with roofs that are wrecked, houses destroyed. And so even after all of this subsides, there's a relief effort and a reconstruction effort that needs to happen. That takes a lot of money, resources that this country struggles with.
Azadeh, thank you very much. That's our Pakistan correspondent, Azadeh Mashiri, reporting for us on the scale of the flooding there.